What's up, guys? Here we are, day 3. Getting started a little bit earlier. It's about 5 o'clock right now, and I missed working on it while I was at work. So here we are. Unfortunately, we've leaked all of our oil out. So it's actually not bad news. That's why I put the oil pan there. I stopped after work and I got some silicone. I know it's not really the best thing I could have done, but went ahead and just got silicone so that we could, just silicone it. That's really all I'm gonna do for right now. See if that holds. I might have a buddy coming over that can help me tune that carb a little bit better. So yeah, and somebody said my hand gets more action on camera than my face does. So here you go. I'm gonna, get to work on this and I'll fill you guys in. Okay, here's a little progress update. I'm sitting here listening to Upchurch. If you're into stuff like this and old trucks, old bikes, country, you might like Upchurch. So give him a listen. I know he doesn't need a shout out because you get it. Anyway, I didn't figure you guys wanted to see me take this apart and clean it. There was still oil in it. So I did a pretty decently thick bead of high temp silicone all the way around it. Re-cleaned everything, and I found that because I didn't have every bolt, there wasn't every bolt in it. There is a bolt in every hole now, even the cracked one. This from an old project with a little spacer. I know it doesn't look pretty, but it holds. So, the valve cover bolts on a Mark III Toyota Supra are the perfect thread. They're identical. So that's Mark III Supra part. That's kind of cool. But I'm going to let this sit, cure. How long does it say? I'll look at that in a minute. I'm going to let that cure, keep listening to some music, and I'm going to put some oil in it, and we're going to, kick it, see if I fixed anything. I don't really think I have a spark issue, but from it not having spark to it shocking me to it not wanting to start to here we are. Yeah, I'm going to tie up some loose ends. This is a little loose. It runs all the way across. So I'm going to get on that and tighten it, use the impact. And we'll let this sit, and I'll catch you guys here in a minute. We'll see if we can't get this bad boy to run. Even fire. I would be happy with that as well. Show me some sign of life. Show me what I'm doing is right. And I'll take good care of you. I know you're really dirty right now. But, I'll keep you guys updated. What's up, guys? We're back. It's actually the next day. I kind of ran out of daylight, and I learned something about the bike. Here, I'll just show you. So over here, I was messing around with it last night. The carb that was on it was that new one. And the whole reason I didn't use this one is because I don't have one of these for the smaller carb. But I had my buddy cranking it. He ended up coming over. He brought his little kid. I've got some adorable pictures of him. But anyway, I don't have one of the throttle linkages for this smaller carb. So there's just, I don't know if you can see that. There's just a hole. There's nothing to stop the air. But anyway, I put my hand behind the bigger carb while he was cranking, and it was pushing against me. It would push and then it would pull. And in my mind, instantly, I thought it's out of time. After a little bit of Googling, apparently, too big of a carb that is like completely untuned. It's tuned completely wrong and too big, throws too much air in, not enough fuel, and it can cause it to either pre-detonate or detonate later than it should, which will push air back out the carburetor the wrong way, if you know what I'm saying. It'll make sense. I had never heard that. I know whenever I pulled that case off, I was able to see the timing chain, and it was really tight. So I really, really, really don't think it jumped time. At least I'm hoping. If it did, I guess I'll pull it apart. I probably won't put a piston in it, but I'll clean the piston, and I'm just going to go through the whole thing at that point. Because to get to the timing chain, there's no easy way to go about it. You're pulling the motor. The timing chain is actually in the head, and the head is 1, 2, 3 pieces. Well, the cylinders, everybody knows that. Anyway, It's 3 pieces. The timing chain goes from like somewhere in here all the way up, and it runs the valves. So first I thought, is that a time? Then my buddy said it may have just had like a stuck valve, which would kind of make sense, but it gets really good compression intermittently. It's like whenever the piston is at a certain spot, it has amazing compression. So I'm wondering if it's not a valve issue or maybe the carb, I don't know. But I went ahead and pulled, I carefully set it somewhere, pulled the new carb off. It looks terrible down in there. So I don't really know what that's about. Fuel is definitely coming back the wrong way through it. But I pulled that off. Swapped what I could over to this one. This one doesn't have a vacuum line. It's got the little drain line, which I just have ran right there. And then it's got just a regular fuel line. So if I can get a hold of that piece for it, this might work. I'm getting some carb clean later. This is going to be a multi-day video, so I apologize. Austin, shout out you, kind of. You've been dogging on me for not posting videos. What's up with that, man? Oh, there was a leaf. But anyway, yeah, I'm hopeful that just putting the smaller carb on there will do something good for me, and we'll be able to hear it start. My grips that were new are no longer new, as my hands are always greasy. But I've got some punches now. I'm going to put that chain on. That's probably what I can do today. I may give you guys a little update if I can do that. And I need to find some tires. But I'm not going to run these. And I'm definitely not running these rear wheels. I want to run these rear tires because they're nice. They hold air. Front tires are shot. My problem is the rear wheel that's supposed to be on this bike is smaller. That's a 10 by 20. That's an 8. So I'm going to end up having to find different tires. Either that or put the right studs in the thing. You know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. This, as you can see, it's all sorts of messed up. And it needs new lug studs and nuts. Those are just bolts. I did not do that. Kind of. But if I'm going to go ahead and do that, I'll try and get the chain on, and then I don't know that I want to mess with the front spindles. I don't know. We'll see. I do have some plans later. So I'm trying to get this, the kinks worked out so that I can ride it. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous out right now, and the bike is stuck right here. So who knows? But I will pick you guys back up whenever we get the chain done. I may pull the front wheels off and do the spindles, to the brake spindles. And then whenever I get that carb thing figured out, and we'll kick it and we'll see if I've still got the same issue. If I've still got the same issue, then obviously the motor's coming out and you guys will get a video about rebuilding it. So I'll catch you guys whenever parts arrive or whenever I get something figured out. All right, gang, so here's where we are. As you can see, the bike is back together. And I don't know if you noticed, the chain. I'm going to post a short. I had to do something a little odd. If you want to know what I did that was super odd, you can't really tell now. I mean, obviously, it just looks like a chain, right? Watch the short. It'll kind of explain. Everybody told me not to do it. I went ahead and just did it anyway because I don't listen to other people for some odd, unknown reason. You know what I meant. But, got the chain on. It's great. I haven't really touched that carb. This is just a little update video. But, I got clear fuel line. I know it doesn't matter because it's going to have to come out when I pull the carb back out to rebuild it. But, I've got clear fuel line. I've got the right adapter on it, clear fuel line, and a chain. And, oh, I almost fell over. The gasket maker is holding phenomenally. It didn't leak at all. I had it sitting on the little concrete pad. That is not oil, I promise. It is low, though. I'll pick up some oil later. But, yeah. Cowboy. I will give you guys another update whenever I get the stuff for that carburetor in. Alright guys, I just wanted to give you a quick update while I do what I'm doing. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the carburetor off this thing. I ordered a new carburetor yesterday on Friday, because it is now Saturday, and it said nothing but rain. But yeah, so I ordered a new carb. It was supposed to be here last night at 8. It's not here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this carb off. Hopefully my new carb gets here at some point today, and we can try and ride it. Well, I mean, at least start it. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. But pull the carb off. I don't want to wash her car. Our anniversary's tomorrow, so I may as well just wash her car, do something kind of nice. We're still going out to eat, you know, doing all that fun stuff. Oh, I found more oil. But yeah, then I'm going to wait on the carb to get here. I'm going to throw that thing on, see if some of my issues are fixed. I kind of have a clutch cable. I don't know if you noticed that. Kind of have a clutch cable. It's not for this bike, but you know what, it's better than nothing. But I'm gonna pull the carb off, wait on the new one, get here, wash the car. All right, well, I've waited all day. The storm has come back. Still no part in my hand, no carburetor. But I at least wanted to do a little bit of kind of something today. So I put a sticker on the bike, on the back. You can kind of, I'm messing around with some ideas. Put the UNI sticker, my air filter, oh well. But I'm kind of toying with some ideas as to how I want to cut my plastics, because I really don't want to. There's a little bit of damage on them though. This is probably definitely how it's going to be back here. I want to follow the body line and just cut as little as possible here. Same thing here. Come off that bottom body line and just straight, you know. I may just round it off and just take off what I need to. Up here is kind of where I want some opinions. I'm not going to cut this till I get the carb on and this video is posted. So these will not be cut. Sorry, I had to hang up on somebody that was calling me. But I don't know. I still want to have a little bit of fender here. So I'm thinking just come off, match up with there, and then just follow this body line, because there is a pretty distinct little curve here. Or maybe I just shape it a little bit. The other side is really bad. It's where I'm going to want to do most of my, you know, come up a little bit, go around. So I still got to figure out how I want to do that. But let me know what you guys think. And yeah, I sat on the phone with an Amazon representative for like 30 minutes trying to figure out where my carburetor was, because I ordered it yesterday on Friday. It was supposed to be here last night before 8. At 8, no package. They said it would be here the next morning at 8. This morning, wake up at 8, no package, get on Amazon. Amazon's like, hey, cool for you. It'll be there by 10 p.m. What? It showed that it was on its way at 4 a.m. to be here by 8. Now it's not going to be here till 10. So I may still have one show up tonight at 10, but the sweet dude on Amazon is sending me another one for free. So I'll either have one tonight at 10, or I guaranteed get one tomorrow by 10 a.m. instead of 10 p.m. like I am tonight. So let me know what you guys think about that. I'm going to wait on my carb to get here, and that's what you guys will see next. All right, I know you guys don't really watch for unboxings, but I finally got my racing carb. I went with Nibbibi, N-I-B-B-I, Nibbibi. I'm in a couple of Suzuki forums, and there were a couple guys that were talking about these, and a couple of them had really good luck with them. And I know you can't really tell, but I may or may not have already opened it. Yeah, I'm not mad in the slightest with the presentation of this thing. Jets, look at that thing. It finally came. I know you're not here for unboxings, but I figured I'd at least show it off so you guys knew it came. I'm gonna go put it on immediately. It's just so pretty. It's the nicest thing on that whole bike. All right, guys. Here we are back with the bike. I know it's torn apart and you guys kind of don't know what's going on with that. But I got the carb put on, put some gas in it, and it actually kind of did a little bit better than the last one. It was looking really promising, and I started messing with the carburetor, trying to fine tune it. It was almost all the way open on the air fuel mixture side. But I started messing with it and my problem instantly came back. So I tore the bike apart. Well, I say that. I pulled the plastics off of it. I know, it looks like I did a lot more. Oh, and the tank. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the top of the head. Or I guess I don't even know what you call this on a bike. I guess that would be the head and this would be the cylinder because the piston's in here. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off. It looks like it's like 8 bolts or something. And we're gonna see. I guess the next couple of days it's supposed to be really stormy. So even though it looks beautiful today, apparently we're supposed to get hammered. So I'm gonna decide whether I want to pull the motor and do a refresh while it's storming or what. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that off real quick. All right, guys, we got this off. You can see these are, well, what would be the bearing journals. There was no gasket on this, so this has been opened recently. But if you ask me, I realize that these are little covers to view the valve, so I'm gonna put this back on. But if you ask me, this all looks really good. And then over here at the cam, it looks brand spanking new. To an extent. That's one of the better cams I've seen. Obviously, I don't work on four-wheelers all the time, but that's a pretty good looking cam. So I'm gonna put it back together, take the little viewfinders out, and make sure that these valves are actuating properly. But that's kind of good news. I don't know how far down in there you can see, but it's good news. Everything's super tight. Yeah, that kind of looks brand new. So I'm gonna shoot a picture of this to my buddy and we'll see what he says, but I'm gonna throw it back together. All right, guys, the bike is back together. I left out a lot of boring in between stuff. I did figure out one of the problems. All of the timing components looked great, so my worry isn't too bad right there. The carb boot, that guy, I think it needs a gasket. I mean, obviously it needs a gasket, but there wasn't a gasket on it. So air is escaping around here and it makes a like sound. Hopefully that came through okay. That is actually a new one that came with the bike. For some reason I didn't use it and I used this one, which at first glance you look inside, you're like, oh, it doesn't look cracked, and the air just cracked it. So that crack, focus, that big old crack wasn't that bad. As you can tell, somebody tried to fix it. But put this new one on here and it just, very little. So that's good. I got the new carb on and the new boot. So I need to order a gasket for that. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I can let you guys hear what noise it's making. I'll try. All right, maybe you heard that, maybe you didn't. But we're going to go eat dinner, Texas Roadhouse, it's 5-year anniversary. So I figured I'd put the bike back together before the storms come. And yeah, give you guys a closeout because this video is like 4 days in the making. This kind of sucks. I've ordered two carburetors now for it. One of them just never showed up. This one's finally here and I'm super stoked. So, yeah, a little bit of progress update. Thanks for watching.